Alright guys, hope you're all doing well. In today's video we are going to go off and do a fish shop tour because it seems they're quite popular on the channel. So we're going to head over to Premier Aquatics in Runcorn in the northwest of England. I'm off to have a brew with Ste, who owns it, and Jamie, who helps run it with him. Over there guys, we're going to take some video of some American cichlids. We're going to do a feeding video with the Harker Puffer. So we're going to feed the Harker Puffer some worms, and I'm going to show you this amazing Blackwater tank that he's got. So quite a lot to get through in this video today. Just before we go guys, I want to tell you a little bit about Ste and Premier Aquatics. So I have a lot of admiration for Ste, to be honest with you, because the way he runs this, and not just the way he runs it, the way he opened it, the idea he had, the plan, and he opened it not long before we went into lockdown, and he opened a shop, smaller shop, and throughout lockdown he's kept it going, he's built it, and he's opened another shop which is probably 3 times the size of the one he had before, if not more. It's absolutely amazing. His desire and his drive is second to none with the way he runs this business. He stays in his own lane, he does his own thing, and he just gets on with it, but he works so hard. He runs it on Facebook, so he doesn't have a website at the moment, that's in the making, but he runs the business from Facebook. He's very, very active on Facebook. So do me a favour guys, if you don't do anything else, go and follow him on his Facebook page, which is Premier Aquatics Limited. He does lives all the time, so he does unboxing videos of plants, fish, foods. He does feeding videos around the shop, and he does stock updates, and this is on a regular basis. He's probably on there every day. They are running this shop for their customers and the hobbyists. On a Friday they open late, and he calls it Fish Club Friday. Now they do something different every Friday. So they've had George Farmer there doing a aquascaping masterclass. Ste spent a lot of time in South America, and he's done some video presentations around his journey over there. He does build tanks, so he supplies tanks as well to the hobbyists, and he's done a tank making presentation, how to set up tanks, everything. Honestly, he does it every Friday, and it's brilliant. It's a phenomenal business, and like I said to you, he caters for everything that the customer needs. And in my opinion, you know, the way Ste runs this business is second to none, if I'm honest. Stock wise, he does a lot of live bearers, a lot of community fish, tetras, barbs, but he has got a nice group of Central Americans, which I'm going to go and film today. And you know I love a Corridores. He's got some Corridores in, we'll have a look at them as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you the layout of the shop first, because I wanted to get a feel, and I wanted to get you to feel and see what this fish shop looks like. There is, when you go in on the right, there is rows and rows of tanks. These are your live bearers, and then behind them you've got all your tetras and the other stuff that I said, American cichlids, South American, you know, barbs, the lot. And the shop is very well stocked all the time. He's got import coming in regular basis, and he's got an array of stunning fish. The one thing that stood out to me when I walked into this shop is how clean and tidy it is. It's immaculate. Ste and Jamie are perfectionists. Just to show you a little bit around the dry goods section, all the hardscaping, very, very classy the way it's set out. It's got an aquascaping dojo for you to practice. Not many shops have this, for you to practice your hardscapes, your biotopes, whatever it is you're setting up, you can do it in that dojo. That's fantastic, and there's plenty of hardscape and wood in the shop for you to try that and take away, guys. He stocks everything you need. You can go in the shop, buy a tank, and buy everything that you need for that tank. He does all your frozen, your live foods. What he does as well, he gets some different foods in from Aquadip, and he bags them up. And this couch is great if your partner comes and they don't want to get involved, like Joe when she sat down and just chilled on there. Right, let's have a look at the American cichlids. Like I said, these are Amatitlania, Altaflava. These are young, and the parents were in the shop. I'll show you them in a minute. These are a fantastic fish, really, really fit in with the channel. You know, we love these kind of fish, and obviously we follow Bill at Bill's Cichlid Room, and he keeps fish like this. So it was a nice surprise for me to see these when I walked in the shop, because I didn't know he had these in, because they've only just come in, to be fair. So stunning colour already looking good. Get yourself a group of these guys. They're not that common in the hobby. And then these are the parents, and I'm going to put it straight out there. I took the parents home. When I saw the young, I thought I'll get a group of them, and then I walked around the corner and Jamie said, we've got the parents. So I took these parents home. These are beautiful, and we will be breeding these in the new fish room, obviously, because they're stunning pair. And the smaller type, and that's the bit that's where I think where I will end up going eventually, is a lot of the smaller type Central American cichlids. What else? Let's have a look at what else was in the shop, guys. So rainbow cichlids, another channel favourite, a little group of them. Really cheap, these as well. They were about $5.99, which is, you know, a decent price for these little rainbow cichlids. They were a decent size as well. You know, when you go in shops, you get some of them can be really small, but these were a good size to take away. Grab yourself a group and grow a nice little pair on, or even a couple of pairs, you know, because they're small enough to keep, aren't they? So you can keep 2 pairs of these. These cribs, last couple of fish shops I've been in, guys, and you've seen the videos, the cribs are massive. So I don't know what's going on, but the cribs are huge at the moment. These were big cribs and stunning ones. I think they were wild caught. Don't hold me to that, but I think they were wild caught. And you get yourself a pair of these, you're getting a good pair of cribs. They are stunning, aren't they? And the video isn't really showing off just how good they really were, to be honest with you. Then we've got these Salvini, little pocket rockets as I call them. You know, another opportunity to own some Central American cichlids from Premier Aquatics. You know, when I spoke to Steve, he said to me, we haven't got many American cichlids in, but when I got there, I was like, well, I can find a few. There's a few in there, honestly. And a lot of, like I said, the channel and the smaller type. A lot of people I'm talking to are talking about the smaller type centrals at the moment. There was this group of angelfish, and these really stood out. It's like an assorted group. I think our customers brought these in. They look great. They would look great if you put them in a tank with a load of plants and stuff like that. And some nice wood, you know. Beautiful. And they were a really good size as well. Just proper caught my eye when I saw them. Also, this pair of black angelfish, which were very nice too, and again, a decent sized fish to take away from a shop. I'm not sure whether these are the breeders, but he did have a pair that were breeding, but these look like they could be pairing off as well, but I don't know if they're definitely a pair, guys, if it's something you're interested in. Then we've got these little piranha. I did notice these piranha, and I think that Steve got these in originally to help a local college with research for the kids and stuff, but they ended up taking a bigger group, so he's got these in if anybody fancies a smaller group. And then there's this little T-bar cichlid with a giant Danio. It was the only one that I think he must have had left, because it was the only one in the tank, but again, another Central American cichlid. So there was a few in there, guys, and there was other American cichlids in there, you know, Severums, there was some smaller Pistogramma, these Discus, and then these, going on to the Corridorus, this is a phenomenal group of Stirrbite. They were pretty big. Nice group if you want to own a group of Stirrbite and do some breeding, guys, because there was a few in here, all at decent size, so they're all at breeding size. They did catch my eye big time, if I'm honest with you. Stunning Corridorus. Another favourite of mine is the black Corridorus. And these were a really good price as well, so I think they were $7.99, which is really good for these. I've seen these priced at a lot higher prices than that in some shops, so that, and they were a decent size, so very good price on the black Corridorus as well, and a lovely, you know, a nice group as well. Another favourite of mine is the gold Corridorus. These are, I mean, Steve gets these, you don't see these often, but Steve seems to get these in ongoing. Then there's this little Lemur Catfish, only little, but will grow, do a decent size. Not a tank buster, but will grow big. Nice little catfish, that, isn't it? And then some of the bread and butter stuff in there was these little BNs. There was a few BNs in there, obviously, all munchy. Well, they pretty much munched that piece of courgette. Then these little Oplos. So you can actually see some some more community fish in there. There's loads and loads of community fish, guys, loads of live bearers. I just didn't have time to film everything because I wanted to pack so much into the video, and I know you guys like the Central American cichlids, so yeah, plenty of other fish. These couple of nice silver dollars in there, barred silver dollars I think they're called, and as you can see, again, more community fish. I think they're are they longfin rosy barbs? I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to feed Dino the Fahaka puffer now, so I was pretty excited about this, not going to lie to you. Dino is the shop pet. And Steve said to me, you can feed him some worms if you like. So obviously I was like a little kid, and I took that opportunity to do that. So, you know, like when I said to you before, Steve does do regular videos and he does feed Dino on those lives quite a lot. So you get to see that. Loves a worm, and true form with me, I end up being impatient and just throwing all the worms in. But he did eat them, guys, he did eat them. So that was okay. Just a little bit of information on the Fahaka puff for anybody who's seen it and they want to know. They do get big. They can get to around 18 inches, so they need a big tank. Steve is currently, well, he's built a 6x2x2 tank for him. It's going to be under the counter, so it will be shop pet under the counter, and he's going to have a forever home. So they do get big, and they are aggressive. They are, well, I do see people keep them with other fish, but it is advisable that you keep them on their own because they are an aggressive fish. Unlike the Mabu, which I think is a bit more placid, these guys can be very, very, very aggressive. But at the same time, diet-wise, they need like clams, snails to help grind the teeth down. But they eat a very high protein diet like worms, you know. So yeah, they're cheap to buy, but they're not cheap to keep because the diet will cost you a few quid, especially when they get bigger, because you'll be throwing crabs in and big shrimps and stuff like that for them. So, but a great wet pet, and I was dead excited to meet Dino, if I'm honest with you. And like I said to you, polished off all the worms that I threw in for him. And Joe likes him as well. Joe loves a Fahaka puffer, so she came over and watched me feed him while we did that. So yeah, he's about, I think he was about 6-7 inches. I'm not sure. I'm not really good with sizes, guys, but it was a decent size. So you know, he's still got a lot of growing to do, and it'll be brilliant when he gets under that counter and gets in that bigger tank, and then starts to really, really prosper from that room. But for now, he's fine in there. He's happy as Larry, even though he's called Dino. And yeah, anyway, I'm going to show you that Blackwater tank now, guys. I love this Blackwater tank. This is something I wish I could do, but I just don't have the skills. That is phenomenal, isn't it? There's angels in there, neons, and some headstanders. It's a biotope, you know, it's got all the botanicals in, it's got some twigs, some wood, and it is absolutely beautiful. And I know Steve likes to sit in front of this when he's finished at the end of the day and just chill out and watch it, and you can understand why. Like I said, I wish I had the skills to set something like this up, so fair play to the guys for doing it. It looks phenomenal. Yeah, and that, you know what, I thought I'd save the best till last. And if that's your kind of thing, guys, you know, why would you not want to do something like that? Anyway, guys, that's Premier Aquatics. I'm going to wrap this video up now, so see you in a minute. Okay, guys, so we're now back from Steve's. I hope you enjoyed that. And, you know, there's so much that goes on in that little business. It's fantastic. Steve is planning to expand this business throughout the UK. So, do you know what? I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will, because like I said before, his desire is second to none. Anyway, guys, I just want to say a massive thank you for following me, supporting me, subscribing, liking, comment. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, do us a favour and subscribe. It's free of charge, and all you need to do is click the subscribe button and ping that bell for notifications. And that's me, guys. I'm going to leave it there, and I will see you on the next one.